What's up, everybody, and welcome to your Guardians of the Galaxy review, impression, video, whatever you want to call it. So you just got back from seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and first section of this video is just going to be spoiler-free, just my base thoughts on it, recommendations, things like that, and then after that will be all spoiler territory. We're going to talk about anything and everything about the movie that I feel I want to talk to about. But, impressions. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it went a little long, like towards the middle end section of the movie. I was kind of like, alright, can we pick it up a little bit? So I don't know. I feel like I kind of need to watch this movie again also. Not because I missed out on things, but maybe like if I absorb it a little bit more, like it will set in and I'll actually appreciate this movie more than I do now. I don't feel like upset with it or anything like that. It's just this weird feeling. I'm not like, yeah, Marvel movie, walking out and all hyped and jazzed as I would normally be or whatever. So it's a different feeling. I still recommend going seeing it. It's definitely a good movie. There's a lot of character development. There is a lot of funny moments in this movie. Maybe too many. But like, it was definitely a solid film overall. This villain felt like a threat, which was good, and things are being built in the right direction, from what I think. So like I said, definitely recommend going and seeing it, especially if you're a big Marvel fan and you're already on board. Just go. For me personally, I'm still kind of on the fence. I'm happy with it. I enjoyed it. It's just for some reason I got this weird feeling that it's like not hyped and stoked as I should be. So from here, guys, I'm going to go into spoiler territory. So if you've not seen the movie yet or don't want to be spoiled, get the fuck out, come back. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously, get out. There's the door right there and the X button. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Spoilers. Okay. So, I liked how everybody had their character development, like I talked about. It seemed like we had pairs. We had Yondu and Raccoon. Wow. We had Mantis and Drax. We had Gamora and Nebula. We had Peter and Ego. And everybody kind of developed. Groot was just kind of like, hey, he's little Groot. Let's keep that going through the whole thing, which was fine. It was just like his shining moment, and I thought the only time he really mattered, no offense, in this movie was breaking them out of the cell. And then he couldn't even do that. Like, you had to have the other Ravager do it, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I like how it opened. That was great. It got us back right into the swing of things, and like how they introduced Ego and went right into that, like that. Perfect. Okay, good. We're going right into it. You got these gold people angry at us for something Rocket did, and Ego's right here. We don't have to worry about, oh, we gotta go find him. He's just, bam, we're in it. We're going. Mantis's character, I didn't really care for, and I don't see how she's gonna be an asset in the future. So her, I'm a little on. Like, her character grew on me as we went on, but like at first I was like, this is cringeworthy. So yeah, I don't know how she's gonna play down the road. But I thought that was good. What they were doing with Ego, and then I kind of liked the split up that they were doing. At some points, it seemed like they should have kept going with one storyline the story thread, that they were telling, and then they kind of hopped to the other one. And I understand you want to develop each story and things like that, but at some points it just felt like maybe not jump right here. I know you want to leave cliffhanger, but I don't know. Get a little conclusion there before you move on to the next segment. Let's see. The Nebula thing was fine. I thought she was going to stick around, honestly. She seems all gung-ho to kill Thanos, so that's cool. So she'll definitely be around. I just thought she would have stayed. I liked Drax's development here. I thought he definitely built up more of himself as a character. Like, he's definitely learning and things like that, so that was nice to see. Rocket was okay. His stuff was more towards the end. Like, the beginning stuff was definitely like, oh, this is just more of the same. Rocket and just elaborating on it, which wasn't a bad thing. I don't know. I just didn't feel like. See, it's weird to describe because, like I said, guys, I really like this movie, but for some reason I have that weird feeling. So I'm trying not to say or bash anything. I'm just trying to pick my words carefully to try and convey what I'm thinking. They're still doing the Quill Gamora thing. That's fine. Go with that. I'll just get back on the story track. Let's see. The Ravager thing. Like, what was Stallone's role? Oh, he's a commander. Did we need Stallone in that? What's going to be the importance of that? I don't know. I was a little confused by that. So how they got Yondu back in it was alright. I like that. That was fine. I'm not really making any streamline here, so I apologize for you guys watching this. I guess I'll just skip towards the end. I'm not going to go play by play. So Ego, that twist or reveal came, and that made sense. He definitely felt like a threatening villain in this movie, like when they went through that final act, which was great, because sometimes the villains in Marvel movies, it's not the biggest punch in the world. So I really liked him as a villain and what they did with him. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, I'm your dad, okay, cool, go fight the gold people, and the gold people, I don't honestly know what the race was called. I know we had the Kree in the first movie. I have no idea what fuck, man, it was on the tip of my tongue. It's something with an S. I don't know, but they were fine. I didn't really like the whole little video game aspect they were going with. Like, I get, oh, it's drones, you don't want to kill your people, but like how they really played in that video game aspect, I was like, no, this looks cheesy. So I liked them and how they're going to continue developing them, which I'll talk about after credit scenes later. I should have said that in spoiler free that there's 5, but whatever, I'll put the post. Oh, excuse me, like I did with Fast and Furious. So yeah, I like how they're going to be built. Nebula I thought was going to stay, but I'm glad she's on track. Yondu, really, really cool. He always intrigues me as a character, especially with the arrow thing. I don't know, just to me, that pulls me in. Like, that's like, oh, that's really cool. I'm interested. And there's other people who's like, superpower-wise, you connect with some people, you don't connect with other people. Things like that. So Ego was threatening. Groot pretty much did what we saw in the trailer, so that was fine. He did his thing. Yes, a really disorganized discussion. The celestial power thing with Quill was interesting. I mean, it's good that's done and over with, and we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not really going to talk point by point, or even about the final battle. Seeing Howard again was cool. Would have been cool to see Cosmo again, but I get it. So, cool cameo there. The Stan Lee and the Watcher thing, badass. That's another after credit scene that I'll talk to you about a little bit more. But I felt this movie like they put the comedy in the first one and things like that, and it felt like it flowed. This one, it felt everything was good, but sometimes it felt like this is a little much. Like, I get it, you want to make this its own thing, its own standout, and have some laughs, things like that. But like sometimes just like, all right, come on, I got it. The final battle with Peter and Ego turns into the giant rock formation himself, and Quill goes Pac-Man. I'm like, I know we mentioned this earlier, but really, are we doing this right now? You're fighting for the galaxy right now, and you're fucking Pac-Man. Just grow up. So yeah, I don't know. Sucks Yondu died, because yeah, like I said, that was one character who's like, I'm invested. You're gonna be part of the team now. Sorry, my phone just went off. You're part of the team now. This is badass. Like, cool. We got like 7 people now. We got the original 5, and then 8 people. Adding it through new guys, but you got Yondu dead. You got Nebula doing her own thing, and then I guess Mantis is around. So I mean, cool. We get a new person, but like, it would have been cool to keep having Yondu going out. For some reason, I thought his new fin. I didn't realize it was continuous, like the comics, which makes sense. But like, for some reason in the trailers, I thought it was like a spike mohawk, like from punk rock. I don't know why, but that was cool. So yeah, sucks he died. Definitely hit. strong, which was good and made you care. I guess I'll just go right in the after credits scenes, guys. I know this isn't, like I said, the most organized one. So there are 5 of them. They're really, really quick. We had the arrow at the end from the co-captain Ravager dude. I think that's Sean Gunn, but I honestly don't know. Trying to do the arrow. I didn't really think that was necessary. Like, please don't make him the new Yondu. And did you really need to stab Drax? The Ravagers together with Stallone, like, oh, we're all back together now, and cool. And all the captains, I'm like, I'm not sure if we're supposed to know these captains when they went through them. But Brendan and I, we went together, and we noticed something really interesting, or at least I did, and then I asked him about it. The orange alien on Sylvester Stallone's left hand, or his right, our left, like, they all do their little emojis saying, like, oh, yeah, we're in. He does, like, the sorcerer circles from, like, Doctor Strange, and then does a little thumbs up. So I'm like, is he a sorcerer? Was that supposed to be a thing? So I don't know if that is, but I'm interested to see, like, how they're playing the Ravager route with Yondu being dead, because they didn't really build up Stallone's character. It's like, yo, I'm Stallone. He was just here, and it was like, okay. The third one's the big one, guys. The Gold People, the High Priestess, confirming Adam Warlock is going to be made. So that's cool. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with that. Teenage Groot, didn't care for it. I think it was just that simple, or just to show us, like, hey, he's going to be bigger. So hopefully it's just be full-size Groot. It's just, I didn't care for that at all. And then Stan Lee is with the Watchers. There's 3 Watchers. I'm sure one of them was Wadu, or however you say his name. When you first see the scene, Brendan and I thought, oh, Stan Lee's an actual Watcher, like how he was sharing, oh, I've been this, I've been this, I've been that, like sharing what he's done and things like that. But towards the end of that after credit scene, though, he's like, can you guys bring me home? I'm your ride, or you're my ride, things like that. So we're like, okay, so they just took him away and he's not a Watcher? I thought it made more sense with him being a Watcher. Like, that was cool. I'm not sure it was a fan theory that they just made into a reality or whatever it was, but I thought that was cool to stick with the Watcher. And if they're not, and it was just, oh, I'm here with big-headed dudes, alright, you know, it's just like, nah, I don't know. So yeah, really the third one's the big one. I wasn't sure what they were going to do with the 5. When I heard it online, I was like, what? And then people confirmed it. I thought, like, maybe, I thought they would have went basic, but this is, like, it's not a lot of prelude stuff here. It's just kind of like, okay, quick little catch-up scenes, you know? See what this person's doing. I thought it was going to be a preview for maybe Black Panther, preview for Spider-Man, Thor. Even though these movies are coming out, you know, like, get, like, a little hype in there and show something. And then it was a stretch, but maybe Infinity War, saying they're filming it and maybe are done filming it. And then maybe a Captain Marvel. Like, I thought those were the 5. But, like, it was just kind of tossed in, like, hey, here's a little thing. And, I mean, it was fine. It was cool that there was that many. We definitely did not need that many or expect that many, but it was cool that they did that. Disorganized. I don't know. So, yeah, the movie was good. Glad I went to see it. Had a lot of fun. Just, I don't know why, but I feel weird about it. So like I said, I might just need to watch it again, kind of absorb a little bit more. Not that I missed anything, but just gather my thoughts more on it, and things like that. So let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you thought of the movie. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, let me know. I'd be happy to talk with you guys about the movie. Obviously, check out all the other review and reactions for other movies if you want to do that. And keep it here on youtube.com/enigma9011 or catch us live over on the stream. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.